How's it going, everybody? It's Grand here with another video for you. Hope everybody's doing well. I want to get into the topic today of why it is important that you start to work towards and eventually become what I am going to dub the man. And it's basically what you think it is, right? It's the guy who has his life together. He's got some money in the bank. He's got a reliable vehicle. He's got some resources. And he's not really worried about what other people think of him that much. And I think it has been sort of a lie that you don't need to become this person, that this is kind of like an overrated person to be, right? But I'm going to get into it right now, why you really have absolutely no choice, why mediocrity is not just something that you can choose and that you can just say, like, maybe I don't want to be the man. Maybe I just want to be like kind of a mediocre person skating by. I've realized recently that it's unacceptable and it's not going to work out good for you. And I'm going to tell you guys why. How much of your behavior is influenced by fear is the first question I'll ask. How close is the person you currently are to the person who you would like yourself to be? Do you find that you are in this like sort of subpar reality where you wake up and you go off to your job or whatever, and then you come home and you talk to your relatives and you have your holiday get together and whatnot, and you go out to restaurants or whatever? And do you find that when you're doing this, are you at ease and comfortable, or are you putting on a bit of a fake persona? Does it seem like you're, walking on eggshells quite a bit? Then I want you to ask yourself, hypothetically, if I had like $10 million in the bank, would you be acting a little bit different? Would you be maybe a little more confident? I don't want to say cocky or arrogant, but maybe a little bit. But I mean, would you be more relaxed? More yourself? Do you think you would get to show the world and live as a more authentic version of yourself? The answer, and I know I've been asking a lot of questions, but the answer is, of course, yes. You would be a completely different person. And what are the implications of that? They say most men live lives of quiet desperation. And guys, when you really analyze the way that most people are living, you're going to find that it's absolutely true. And this is kind of getting to the crux of why I say you need to not let this happen. You need to become the man. Because to not is to deprive the world of the highest version of yourself. Because I've noticed something about this fear-based, walking on eggshells type of behavior. And it comes from, not being the man, of course, but it comes from this need you have to placate people. Because you're scared of what might happen if you don't. Why you're nervous around your boss or your landlord or whatever? It's because you know that if you say the wrong thing or act the wrong way around them, you're going to get punished. And this dynamic isn't wrong in itself. You have to respect authority when necessary. It's good, it's natural. But when you neglect your own life so much and you're like this mid-20s, 30 years old guy, and you don't, you're living at home, you don't have money, whatever, you're going to find that more and more, almost everybody is going to have some sort of little edge or some kind of power over you. And then you start to adopt this really smiley, agreeable persona because you don't want to, you don't want to anger anybody. You don't want to perturb anybody. Your boss, your wife, some relative is like helping you financially in some fashion, and you're scared to lose that support perhaps. And so what happens? The holidays roll around and you just kind of let them spout off all their BS because, you're like a person in need, so to speak. And that's the main thing that I want you guys listening to. And, we're all working on it, but I think that's the main thing we need to start changing is to stop being this person in need. And that's why I say you got to become the man. You can't keep living like this. There's so much anxiety, right? Imagine all the anxiety, the high blood pressure, the depression, perhaps, that is like resulting from this this state, this prolonged state of existence. And, this is why you got to get your life together, because you're going to be tortured like this forever if you don't. And this is something that I think a lot of people don't consider when they think about wealth. And I don't mean, like I said earlier, like $10 million, but just having yourself together and having a bit of abundance is that, it's not so much about all the cool stuff you can buy, but it's about the freedom it gives you to be yourself. And that right there is probably, more of a luxury than anything you can actually buy with wealth. That is almost priceless. Do you think you would care as much what anybody thought about you if you were like really successful? No, you could speak your mind. You could say something that is right without worrying about, who you might upset. For the most part, because now you've changed the dynamic. And at the least, you're not going to care because you can take care of yourself. And oftentimes what we're going to likely find out is that people will want to be more agreeable around you because you are now like the big cheese, so to speak. You're the one who has potentially something to offer. And this is going to do wonders for your just mental health, everything, man. You can relax. You can relax into yourself. You can show the world yourself, which is, the best version of yourself. It's the version of yourself where you're not being fake because you're scared of what might happen if you don't. And this is one of the least talked about reasons of why it's important to be successful, I believe. So I hope I broke down this dynamic well for you guys. It's a lie that you can just kind of coast along and be happy with the result. Unless you're just some kind of like submissive person, you don't mind being told what to do by other people all the time. You don't mind being, bossed around by people who might not even be, as intelligent as you. If you don't mind that, then maybe I guess you can do whatever you want. But if you are, a normal kind of a person, you're setting yourself up for absolute hell. You're setting yourself up for misery. And if you find yourself in the hole already, if you're living that quiet life of desperation, you have to start to immediately claw your way out. Talk to people, learn things, try things, engage with life every day, make a video, learn a skill, just start doing some push-ups, start playing more games of chess, start learning another language or something, anything, because you have to change. You could potentially make your life, your reality, and the reality of all the people that you care about, who are loyal to you, even when you were at your lowest. You could make that all so much better. And it takes a lot of hard work, but that's the beauty of it. And guys, this is why I'll say, once again, you must become the man. You have no other choice. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share, and please give me some feedback. I love reading your guys' comments. It's a great pleasure for me. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you soon. Take care.